Ayun. Ngayon, we are going to continue our topic, which is the common base configuration. So dun sa who wants to have a recap, ano, sinong gustong mag-recap ng ating na-discuss before about to Karil? Okay, go Karil. Walang ano sa akin, walang voice. Meron ba sa inyong audio? May audio sa akin, walang voice. Wala din. O, wala din sa amin lahat. Balikan ka namin Karil. Ano muna tayo? Sige, go. Francesca.
Hello po, rinig po ba ako?
Yes, yes. Dinig. Loud and clear.
During our last online class po, we discussed important concepts po na related sa BJT, yung pong notation, voltage relationships, and yung operating modes po. First po sa BJT notation and node voltages po, may three main terminals for nodes po yung BJT, which are collector, base, and emitter. Each of these nodes po ay may sari-sariling voltage, which are VC, VB, at VE. We also discussed junction voltages po, which refers to voltage difference po between two nodes. Example po ay yung VCB, which is the voltage po from the collector to the base. And it's calculated po using the formula VC minus VB. Addition po is source voltages, which
Okay.
refer to voltage sources po connected to different parts of the BJT. Tapos sa mode of operation naman po, meron po tayong cut-off, forward active, and reverse active po at saturation mode. Sa cut-off, yung BJT po ay nagbe-behave like an open switch. Doon po wala pong current na nagfo-flow through the transistor. Sa forward active mode naman, um, nagiging amplifier po siya. Then sa saturation mode po, acts as closed switch din po. Tapos, yun. Thank you po.
Okay. Thank you so much, Francesca, for a very well informative recap. Ano, amazing. How about you, Karil? You want to share something here about the
Gusto kong
meeting?
rinig na po.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Rinig. Okay na po. Isa po
Yes,
sa
yes, yes.
na-discuss natin ay yung relationship po between the I sub C, I sub E, and I sub B po, which is the collector current, the base current, and the emitter current. Yung pong sa collector current, yun po yung main current na nagfo-flow po sa collector. Tapos ito po yung largest tributary po. Ito po yung main body flow po na making up the vast majority po ng mismong river po. Tapos po yung sa base current naman po, ito naman po yung very small current na nagfo-flow po sa mismong base po. Tapos ito po yung current na nagtu-turn on ng transistor. Tapos sa emitter current naman po, ito naman po yung sum ng collector and base current po. Tapos ito po yung total current leaving the transistor system. Tas yun po, ang formula po niya is I sub E is equals to I sub B plus I sub C po. Tas yung pong iba po na natandaan ko is nabanggit na rin naman po ni Cheska.
Okay. Thank you so much, Karil. Very good then. Very good. Amazing. Nakakatuwa ano, na madami kayong information na nakuha. So, nalaman natin na may naunawa naman talaga. Ano. So, let's continue our discussion regarding bipolar junction transistor. I want to share my screen. Let me share my screen first. Okay. My screen visible at your entry. Hello. Visible naman po siya. Okay. So last meeting, we discussed about the common emitter configuration. Ano po? So kapag sinabi natin for a clue here, kapag nakalagay emitter configuration, yung E for everything. Meaning, hindi siya ganun kataas yung current gain. Hindi rin ganun kataas yung voltage gain. They are in moderate. So maganda siya for amplification. So low to moderate din yung kanyang input impedance, to moderate to high the output impedance in the only configuration na merong phase shift is the common emitter configuration. Ganun. So, yun po ang kagalingan, isang common emitter configuration. Now, we're going to proceed with the common base configuration. Ano naman? Common collector muna pala. Unahin natin yung common collector configuration. Ano ba ang meron sa isang common collector configuration? Sa isang common collector configuration class, sinasabi na this common collector configuration is what we call also the emitter follower. Emitter follower din po siya. Ano? This configuration class is used as a buffer for impedance matching rather than a voltage amplification. So buffer siya. So nakikita natin yung C, kapag common collector configuration class for the letter C or the capital letter C, meaning mas mataas yung current gain. Kapag ang nakita nyo class ay common base configuration, mas mataas naman ang voltage. Yun yung clue niya. D for the voltage and C for a current gain. So, the common collector here, class, yung voltage gain niya ay mababa. So, napakababa. So, approximately equal sa 1. That is our standard or yun yung ating pinagbabasihan. So, the voltage gain class is approximately unity. Equal nga siya sa 1 eh. So, yung output voltage na class, it follows the input voltage with small constant offset. So, this means class, kapag equal sa or the input voltage with a small constant offset, this means, piniprevent niya yung signal's voltage level without amplifying. Ganun po siya. So, in terms of the current gain, mataas yung current gain niya. Current gain is high. It allows yung small input, ano, yung small input current niya to control yung mga large output current sa kanyang load. In terms of the input impedance, kung meron tayong resistance, so parang gano'n rin ang nais sabihin ng isang impedance. Ano po, sila yung nagpipigil. They are the one, na nagpipigil sa, kumbaga kung ideal one, hindi masisira yung ating isang circuit or isang machine. Dahil hindi, kung anong binigay ng voltage, yun rin yung i-accept niya. So kapag ganun po si class, pag ideal, biglang mag-iinit yung machine, kaya mag-destroy pa. Pero through the impedance or resistance na meron, it lessen yung mga gantong scenario. Ano? Because the input impedance of a common collector configuration case mataas ang kanyang input impedance. This is the most important characteristic itong common collector configuration na mataas ang kanyang input impedance. Mataas ang input impedance, it means it draw a very little current from the source. Pag it draw a very little current sa source, nakakapag-prevent yung source mismo from being loaded down or it weaken. Yun yung naipi-prevent niya na humina yung source. So, in terms of the output impedance class, napakababa naman eh. Very low. So, very low output impedance class means it can drive a heavy low impedance load without yung significant voltage drop na meron sa kanya. So, ganun yun. Ano po? So, sa isang common collector configuration, mataas ang current gain, mababa ang voltage gain, the input impedance is very high, the low output impedance is very low. So in terms of the relationship of this one, yung emitter follower or what we call the common collector configuration has a high input and low output impedance. Kapag high ang input at low ang output impedance po, it make it perfect for impedance matching. Ganun po. It acts as a buffer that connects yung mismong high impedance source natin ay low impedance load. So it transfer class the signal efficiently while piniprevent po natin yung mga signal losses na ayaw naman talaga natin. Ganun po ang isang common collector configuration or what we call the emitter follower. So nagagets. So I will share my tablet screen to demonstrate some of the formulas and even the notations regarding common collector config. Wait. Sharing. I will share my. Nag-off muna may camera sa tablet. Hold ko lang yung screen. I will share my tablet screen. One. And ganyan na agad. So, I will change the color of the pen. So, sinasabi, hayaan nyo na yung aking ano ha, yung aking sulat. Hindi ko kasi nadala yung pen tablet ko. So, for a common collector configuration, ulit lang ha, common collector configuration. So, meaning, kung dati, in our previous meeting, E for everything, now C is for current gain. Meaning, mataas yung current gain common collector configuration. So, mamaya, makikita nyo yung common base configuration. The B is for voltage. Meaning, mas voltage gain sa isang first current gain. Yung po ang kulo doon. Ano po? So, in collector configuration test, the input is our base current is very low. Mababa po. Bigyan ko lang ng araw na pabig. So, our output here, which is the emitter current, is very high. Ano po? So, kapag mababa po ang ating input, therefore, our um, voltage gain is approximately equal to 1. Kapag approximately 1 class, we can consider it for application like voltage buffer. Amazing. Yes naman. So, regarding with the impedance, if we are referring to the impedance class for a common collector configuration, the input is high. Napakataas po ng input or the input impedance na isang common collector. And regarding for our output, napakababa naman po ng impedance ng isang common collector in terms of the output impedance. Mataas ang input, mababa ang output. So sir, what are the formula na pwede namin magamit when in terms of the common collector configuration? So we have here what we call the gamma. So most of the time, the gamma for a direct current will be equal to the emitter current divided by the base current for a direct or direct circuit. Ano po? How about sir for your alternating circuit? So ang tunay na buhay class, ang gamma is pa ganito siya. Ano po? So, sinulat ko lang ng Y para mas madali. So, pwede naman natin palitan. Oops. Para mas ano, so, gamma. So, ang gamma naman ng AC class ay equal sa delta IE, which means this is the change in our emitter current and the change in base current. So, yun lang pala yun, sir. Yes. So, ang nais sabihin ng isang common collector configuration, the gamma is equals to beta plus 1. Makakatandaan po yan. But paano ko nakuha yung beta plus 1 ng gamma in terms of the common collector configuration? Ganito lang yan. Let's derive here. We all know class. Wait lang. Paliitin muna natin. Paliitin. Paliitin natin. Let's derive to get the gamma is equal to beta plus 1 in a common collector configuration. We all know that we have IE is equal to IC plus IB. So to derive that, we're going to divide both by IB. Lahat divide natin by IB. Which is the base current. Pag divide natin yung IB class, IE is equal, IE divided by IB is gamma, di ba? Equal. Ano yung IC over IB? Sa ating formula in our common emitter configuration. Ano po yun? Ang IC over IB. Hello? Hello, class. Do you recall what is what is the exact answer when we divide IC over IB? That gives us what? So somebody here. Um, how about you, Cortez? Cortez. Sino ba si Cortez? Althea Joanna Cortez. In our common emitter configuration, ano po yung value ng isang IC over IB? So, tinuro ko yan. IC over IB is, so go, Noah. What is the answer?
Sir, audible
It
po.
is equals to what?
Beta,
Yes. Yes.
beta BC po.
Beta BC
Ay.
o beta. Ano? Bet of IB over IB. Ibalik na lang yung sa 1. Yun. We conclude that through the derivation, makukuha lang natin that gamma is equal to beta plus 1. Amazing. Ano? So, yun. Nalaman niya. Ano? So, that is one of the basic formula here in our common collector configuration. So, naunawaan ko as of now. Good. Hello? Any verbal response?
Yes.
Ah, don't
Yes.
demanding.
Yes, man.
Yes. Correct, correct. Thank you. Oh, so, naunawaan. So, we are done with common collector configuration. Let's proceed with common base configuration. So, balik tayo. Ating main screen. Ano? Go back for main screen. Main screen natin. Main screen, visible at your end na po. Visible po ulit. Okay. So, let's proceed with the common base configuration. So, ano naman po meron sa isang common base configuration? Ganito yan. Yung common base configuration po is less common siya. Pero meron siyang specific user. Particularly sa mas matataas na frequency circuit. Ganun po siya gumagana. Bakit? Di ba? Ang kanyang voltage gain ay Kapag mataas po ang voltage gain class, it used most of the time sa mga radio frequency amplifier. Sa mas malalayo, din ginagamit po ang isang common base configuration. Kung kanina, isa siyang emitter follower, so we can say base configuration is high frequency amplifier. So from its letter B, which is the base, B stands for a voltage. Meaning, mas mataas ang voltage gain compared sa current gain. So yun po yung pulo. Tatandaan yung class. Ano po? In terms of the current gain, mababa siya. So ang standard natin or our reference here is 1. Ano po? Meaning, kapag current gain is very low, mas mababa siya sa unity. Current gain is less than 1. Okay. Current gain is slightly less than the unity. So, yung collector current, which is the IC, is always slightly less than the emitter current, which is IB, by the amount ng meron ang mismo base current, which is yung kanyang IB. Ganun po yun. In terms of the impedance class, the input impedance ng isang common base configuration class is very low. Extremely low. Pag extremely low class, ang input impedance, nagiging ideal siya for current-driven signal. Ideal siya class. Dahil yun naman ang gusto natin eh. So, konti yung nagpipigil. Ang gusto nga natin, walang nagpipigil eh. Pero hindi siya maganda sa isang machine class. Kahit sabihin mong ideal. Ano po? So, in terms of the output impedance, napakataas ng output impedance. Hindi rin ganun maganda kapag sobrang taas. Mas maganda kung moderate lang. Ganun ang kagalingan ng isang common emitter configuration. Pero sa common base configuration class, mababa si input, mataas. In terms of the relationship class, this configuration trades class a large input current sa kanyang large output voltage. Yung low input impedance niya class ay beneficial para sa mga mas matataas na frequency. Yun ang kinagaling niya. Kaya yung input impedance ay mababa. Because beneficial for a high frequency ng mga devices. It helps class kapag mataas kung meron siyang beneficial na high frequency class, it helps para ma-minimize yung mga effects ng isang what we call it as the parasitic capacitance. Nagkakaunawaan po. So, alam naman natin na isang capacitor, di ba? They are the one who store, di ba? And then, after ma-store doon, siya naman yung nagde-designate ng energy and they release it. Hindi naman siya for storing only. So, yung effect na yun, tinatawag natin parasitic capacitance, which can degrade the performance in other configuration na meron. So, clear tayo doon, class. Clear? Hello, yes naman?
Yes naman.
Yes naman ba? Yes na yes.
Yes na yes.
Yan. Yes na. Yan. Very good, very good. So, that is the common base configuration. So, lipat ulit tayo sa pasensya na kayo't kayo naliligo. Ulit tayo sa ating So, let's try. This is the common base configuration. So, the base here, stand, hindi naman literal stand ha. This is a clue. Voltage. Para mas matanda. Meaning, kapag B, may B, mas mataas ang voltage gain. Yun lang yung clue. In terms of the input class ng isang common base configuration, which is, ito yung ating emitter current, ang input ng isang common base ay mataas. In terms of output, which is our collector current, mababa naman po ang. Pag mataas class ang input or the emitter current, yung ating gain or the voltage gain is less than 1. Okay, kakunawaan po tayo. Pero hindi po siya natatapos class. We all know that we have a formula which is IE is equal to IC plus IB. If class, ang ating IE is approximately equal sa IC sa isang common base configuration. Therefore, we can say that our current gain ay approximately equal din sa 1. Pag approximately equal din po sa 1 ang ating current gain, we can say na kung kanina voltage buffer, ngayon po, we can say na it is a current buffer na po. Is current buffer. Kaya alam ko lang po ay buffet because gutom na po. So, bear with me. Kaya natin to. Matapos din natin. Kaya kaya natin. So, in terms of the impedance po na meron, wait lang. Try natin, paliitin na lang natin. Para sa kanan ay yung ating in terms of the impedance ng isang common base config. Impedance niya class, yung input ng isang input impedance ng isang common base configuration ay low. How about the output ng isang output impedance ng isang common base? Mataas naman po. Natandaan niyo ha? So common formula here, in a common base configuration is the alpha when we are trying to solve for a alpha. Ano po isolve ang isang alpha DC or direct current? Madali lang yan. Let's divide the collector current sa isang emitter current. Let's ubos na. How about source sa isang AC? O, the change ng IC over change ng IE. Ganun lang po yan. So, in a common base configuration case, the alpha, for an ideal one ha, kapag ideal ang isang common base configuration, therefore ang alpha natin ay 1. Mabihira lang. Pero that is the ideal. Pero sa tunay na buhay, in real situation, ang alpha natin is ranging from 0.9 to 0.9 to 0. Ipod natin. 0.998. Saan po nagre-range ang ating value ng alpha in a common base configuration? Nagigets po? Hello? Gets naman? Naku, nakatulog na ang I. Hello? Nagigets? Okay. So, ito lang po yung common formula in our configuration. Naunawaan ko po. So, we are done with configuration. Clap your hands. Talakpakan ang mga sarili. So, we are going to proceed with the biasing itself. So, sa biasing class, kung meron tayong 3 configuration in a bipolar junction transistor, we have 4 biasing in a bipolar junction transistor. And it is intertwined with the direct current itself. Lahat po puro direct current. So, let's go back our main screen. The main screen. Okay. Okay. Go back, let's go back. So we are done with the configuration, the three configuration. So now this is the summary before we proceed to the biasing. Ano summary? Ano? In characteristic, we have input and output, voltage gain, the current gain, the power gain, the input impedance, output impedance, the phase inversion, and the application. So dito, sinamarize na natin lahat para hindi ninyo makalimutan. Ang galing ano. So dito sa voltage gain ng isang common base, mataas siya. Sa common collector, mababa. And sa common emitter, moderate siya. Pag moderate ang ating voltage gain, current gain, maganda. Hindi natin kailangan. So, pero may mga purpose yan, class. Kapag mataas ang isang voltage gain, maganda siya for radio frequency amplifier. Sa mga mas malaking frequency ang kayo. Yun, may purpose sila. So, sa power gain, mas mataas si common emitter. In terms of the impedance, mas maganda, moderate lang. Walang nakakaya. Ano, kapag kasi mataas yung input impedance na meron sa atin, um, hindi ko sinasabing hindi maganda. Maganda rin naman, pero hindi nagiging almost ideal. Yun nga yung ating nilolook forward, ang pagiging ideal one. So the only configuration na may phase inversion ay ang common emitter. So universal po ang application ng isang common emitter configuration. Ganun po ang isang common emitter. Amazing. So let's proceed with biasing. Sino ba ang bias niya sa kanila? Wow. Si Sir pala ay FB19. Ano ang bias niyo? Kaya sa ano bang mga sikat ng ano ngayon na boy group, girl group, sa mga, ano pa yung girl group na meron ngayon? Yung, yung ngayon mga sikat, yung mga teenager na nagsasayaw. Ano ang mga gayon? Yung ngayon? Alam mo, kilala niyo yan? Yan, Bini. Yan. Sino bang bias niya sa Bini? Sino ang bias niya sa FB9? People kayo sa FB9, mga 18. So, the bias class here is the application of the DC voltages to establish a peak level of current and voltage. Ano to? So, yung electronics class, sinabi natin biasing, ito yung process of setting up yung specific DC operating voltage and current for transistor so that it can process plus yung signal correctly. Kino-correct. Ano? So, in terms of what biasing ba, ano ba ang ginagawa ng isang biasing? First one, ini-establish na yung control. It establish the control. Meaning, yung ating base emitter junction, it ensure that yung base emitter junction natin class ay naka-forward bias. So usually class, around 0.7 volts sa isang cellphone. And yung kanyang collector base junction ay naka-reverse. So that is the first. Kung ano ba yung unang ginagawa ng isang biasing. Bakit ba mahalaga? So next one, through linear amplification. So kapag hindi po proper ang biasing natin, it introduced class an input sine wave would be clipped. So napag-aralan natin in our diode application na maganda na may sine wave, di ba? So kapag kinlip mo kasi yung class, nadi-distort yung signal. Without proper bias class, yung input sine wave natin would be clipped. So the transistor wouldn't know kung paano i-handle mismo yung negative half ng ating wave. Kapag hindi kaya or hindi alam ng isang transistor kung paano i-handle yung negative half ng isang wave, the half wave, it results class in heavy distortion. Hindi po maganda. Magkakaroon, ma-introduce ng mga laws. Ano, kung sa amin sa biomedical engineer, tinatawag namin artifact siya. Pangit ang may ganun. So the third one, what biasing does is through stability. Good biasing class, like yung voltage divider method na ma-introduce natin late. Good biasing like the voltage divider method, it keeps class yung circuit working the same way even yung temperature rises. Ano, kahit tumaas yung temperature, okay lang. If we swap the transistor for different ones, the same model, kahit anong mangyari, gano'n pa rin. Ano, hindi siya pumapangit through the stability. Yun ang ginagawa rin ng isang biasing. Ano po? So kaya, bakit class? Bakit natin mas ginagamit ang silicon compare is germanium 1? Kahit alam naman natin na ang energy gap ng isang germanium ay mas mababa or the voltage drop, which is yung nakapag-turn on agad ng isang circuit. Ano, bakit mas pinili pa natin ang silicon compare a germanium? Because of the thermal stability na natalakay natin before. Ganon kagaling ang isang biasing. And that is how the biasing works. So nagkakaintindihan po tayo doon. Are we clear on this? Naunawaan po? Yes naman? Yes na yes. Yes naman. Yes na yes. So, let's have a break muna siguro. Siguro napakaraming information yung medyo nag-grasp nyo at this moment. Medyo ano pa. So, let's go back here around 1:40. Ano, 3 minutes break? Water break, water break. So, let's have a break. Let's have a tip ka. Hello, extend natin mga 1:45. Wait lang ha, kuha lang kasi ako ng water. Ay, CR lang. Okay, extend natin ha. So we will proceed to D4 biasing na meron. Oops. Hello, nakabalik ka ba? Ang lakas. Hello, hello, hello. No naman. Very nice, very nice. Let's continue, let's continue. So, the first bias thing na meron is what we call the fixed bias. Ano bang meron sa isang fixed bias? Ang fixed bias class, sinasabi na fixed bias is a method of setting a transistor's operating point using resistors connected ating base. Ano po? Yung gate na nakalagay dyan class, meron yung fixed bias sa isang field effect transistor. So, malalaman nyo kung bakit naging gate siya. So, mapapalitan kasi yung mga terminals or the region sa isang FET. Kung yung base natin, magiging gate yon sa FET. So, it provides class a stable DC voltage regardless changing in temperature or transistor characteristics. Ganun po. Ano po? So, pagkakatandaan nyo class, yung configuration sa isang fixed model. Because some of the problem, even kahit sa midterm exam or any quizzes, ang pinapakita lang po ay configuration. Kayo po ang mag-identify kung siya ba ay fixed bias, siya ba ay isang collector feedback bias, or whatsoever. Apat lang naman po ang biasing ng isang bipolar junction transistor. Nagkakaunawaan po. In a fixed bias class, patandaan niyo na yung ating resistor or yung ating base resistor and the collector resistor ay connected sa ating VCC, which is the supply. Because makikita nyo mamaya, like collector feedback, yung ating base resistor, so isang collector feedback, ay connected sa ating node, which is the collector voltage. Hindi na po siya connected sa DC. So yun yung mga clue doon. And sa isang fixed bias, makikita nyo, walang resistor ang emitter. So, yun po yung mga sum of the clue para malaman nyo na siya ay isang fixed bias. Nagkakaunawan po tayo. So, let's have a sample equation and derivation ng mga formula sa isang fixed bias. Okay. So, here the product range. Mr. Vitimore at your end class. Visible na po. Visible. Visible na. Mayat ko. Sulat ko lang ha. Para mas fixed bias. Isang fixed bias class. Kung meron tayong configuration like this one, rewrite ko lang ng same pa rin naman. Ano? We have resistor, which is the collector resistor, connected sa ating transistor. So what kind of transistor is this one? Yes. What type of a transistor? What type ng isang BJT? Arrow is pointing outward, palabas. Plus, ano pong type na isang bipolar junction? Hello, that is correct. And kindly open your mind. Ito ko lang verbal response. Pero thank you so much for those person na sumasagot. So, take note ko yung mga additional point. Okay. Yung mga magaganda. Engage. So, this is NPN. You know, nakapasok na. Kaya yung arrow palabas mo. Automatic NPN. RB, RC, so matic, nandito po ang ating VCE. That is the junction voltage. Nandito yung ating BDE, junction voltage ng base emitter. So, yan po. No, yan na po ang ating fixed bias. So, sir, paano po kunin ang base current? Most of the time class, lahat po ng ating biasing, ang malimit na kinukuha ay ang base current, which is the IB, the collector current, which is the IC, and the common emitter voltage, which is the VCE. So, saan na? Through KVL class, magka-KVL tayo at input. I-derive natin. Paano natin nakuha yung formulang yon? No, sa inyong class, kung uluhin nyo, or you can derive, kahit nyo uluhin, pwede nyo i-derive. Ganun po ang kagalingan. So, input. So, pag ganito yung arrow. So, KBL at input. We have VCC class. Ano gagawin? Maminusan natin through KVL, maminusan ng dinaanan nating current, which is yung IB, times DRB. So I assume class, alam niyo na mag-KVL because nag-circuit na kayo. Ano po? I-remind lang ulit natin, minus yung BDE, the junction voltage, is equal to 0. So dyan po, makukuha na natin kung ano ang formula ng isang IB. IB would be equal yan po sa VCC minus VBE over RB. So now, this is our first formula in a fixed bias. Naunawaan? Hello? Tulog na. Okay, okay. So next one, we have IC. Paano po kunin si IC? So, simple lang. Beta IB. Yan lang po ang formula dyan. Beta IB. So, tandaan nyo yun ha. Magagamit natin yung formula ng IC sa mga susunod na biasing. Okay. So, sir, paano naman po ang pagkuha ng isang VCE? Ganda yan, madali lang. Maliitin lang muna natin to. Bahin natin ng kulay para may distinction. So, mag-KBL naman tayo, class, at output. So, mag-KBL tayo sa output. Red-red lang. Pag nag-KBL tayo sa output, class, VCC, minus yung dinaanang current, itatimes sa dinaanang resistor. Yung dadaang current pala rather ha. Minus yung VCE natin is equal to 0. So here, we can say that VCE would be equal to VCC minus IC. Sir, paano kapag walang given na IC? Ito yan. That IB. So sir, paano po kunin yung IB? Ito yun. Paano sir kapag ang given ay alpha, hindi naman beta? Di ba meron tayong formula? Beta is equal to alpha over 1 minus alpha. Di ba? Gamit natin yung mga formula for our configuration. Ganun lang po kadali. So wala pong mahirap dyan. Connected lang yung mga bagay-bagay in our bipolar junction. Naunawaan. So this is our formula. This is our three formula for our fixed bias. Amazing. So we are done with our first bias. Nagkakaintindihan po tayo? Hello? Okay. We are done with our first bias. So let's proceed to the second one. Wait lang, hindi lang akong tubig. Mhm. So let's proceed with the second bias, which is what we call the collector feedback bias. Naglalag pa, hindi pa yata nakikita. Clean. Ayan. So sa isang collector feedback bias class, collector feedback bias is a technique used in transistor amplifier circuit where a portion ng output voltage is fed back to the base transistor. So this method class enhances the stability of the operating point by automatically adjusting the base current in response to change in collector current. Thus, it minimizes the variation due to temperature changes or transistor parameter variation. So now here, in a collector feedback bias scheme, yung ating ngayong base resistor ay nakakonect ating load voltage, which is the collector voltage. Hindi na po siya nakakonect sa supply. So yung po ang pagkakaiba ng collector feedback bias, isang fixed bias. And wala rin po siyang resistor sa emitter. Magkakaunawaan po tayo. That is the distinction. And when we are finding for a current in the first resistor, that is IC plus IB. Pag maplasin po natin yung IC plus IB. So magagamit natin yung formulang yan when we are finding yung mga parameters ng isang collector field. So nagkakaunawaan po tayo. Clear pa tayo doon, class? Clear pa. So doon po di class, magkakaroon tayo ng sample para mas lalo yung maunawakan late. So, dinidrive muna natin yung mga formula na magagamit nyo or you can memorize not just by your brain, by also by your heart. Huwag nyo i-memorize lang ng bastahan lang for the sake of the examination or what. I-memorize nyo sa by heart. Para malaman nyo yung importance, the fundamentals, the basic, and the principle ng isang ng isang element. Number one. So let's go back our the screen. Common collector feedback bias. Collector feedback bias naman po. Isang collector feedback bias po. Ayoko niya. Default. Collector feedback. Collector feedback bias. May collector feedback bias po. Yung kanyang configuration ay meron pang resistance sa collector, then yung resistance sa base ay connected sa ating node voltages na VC, which is the RB. And connected po ito sa ating transistor. Most of the time, class, ang ginagamit talaga ay NPN. Kapag gumamit tayo ng isang PNP class, all the sign will be opposite siya, mag-interchange. Yun lang naman po ang mangyayari doon, yung sign. So, pupunta dito yung IB natin. So, ito meron tayong IC plus IB na flow ng current. So, this is our BCC. RC, ano pa kulang? Yun, para ito yung IC natin. So, MATI, BBE, BCE, ano po. So, yan, yung ating configuration, isang collector feedback. Yan. So, sir, paano po kunin ang isang IB? Madali lang yan. Madali lang yung derivation ng IB. Kaya lang, medyo mahaba ng kaunti. Hindi naman ganun kahaba. So, mag-KVL lang tayo, KVL at input. As always. Paano po yun? Mapaganto. Yan. Yan ang input. Dadaan tayo dito ha. Yan. Pag ganun ang daan natin class ha. So, let's try. If we have a KVL through the input, make VCC minus, ima-minus natin siya sa dito sa dinaanan or yung dadaang current times sa mismong resistor. Pangkalawaan. Therefore, IC plus IB times yung dinaan ng resistor na RC minus yung dadaanan uli or dumaan na current times yung resistance. IB, RB minus yung ating BBE is equal to 0. Magkakalawaan po tayo. So, next, VCC minus, what is the value of our IC? dito natin magagamit. Ano pang value ng IC through the fixed bias? Natatandaan niyo. What is the value of IC ko? Hello? Anyone here? Alam niyo yan, nahihiya lang kayong sagutin. Mag-comment lang yung iba or yung iba ay sumagot. Additional points rin yun. What is the value of our ID? Okay, go, Ken. Liday.
Ano nga po sir, value po ng IC?
Oo.
IC po?
Through the fixed bias, di ba? Yeah, I see. What is the value? Hello? Halos ng mga hindi nakikinig ang iba. Through the fixed bias. Bet ID po. Naku, si Jasmine lang ang nakikinig. Beta ID. So, that is the value of IC through the fixed bias, di ba? Kaya nga meron tayong IC is equals to beta ID. So, next, add natin yung IB na natitira times DRC. Copy lang natin lahat. Minus IBRB minus VBE. Palitin natin. Is equal to 0. Ibahin natin yung kulay. Ito. Dramatic, alam nyo. Ito yung IC. Ito yung beta IB. Yan. So, from that, we can factor out yung ating beta dito. Uli natin. We have VCC. Factor out lang natin para same. Magiging beta plus 1 IBRC. So, same lang yan, class, ha? Same lang yan nito at saka nito. Pinactor out lang natin. Walang nag-iba po yan. So, next. Copy lang uli natin. IB, RB, minus VBE is equal to 0. Okay, nagkakaw naman. So, ngayon, we can get the value of IB here. We can get the formula of IB. IB now is equal saan po? VCC minus VBE over RB plus beta plus 1 RC. So now, this is our formula for IB in a collector feedback bias. You can a derivation, you can memorize the formula. Kung ano man yung gusto niyo. Ano po? Dito lang natin. Nasa reducer. Ano yan? Okay. So, we have IB here. So, sir, what is the value of IC? Ito lang yan. IC is equal to beta IB. Same lang po sa feedback. Yes. Same lang po sa fixed bias. Ang isang value ng isang IC o the current, collector current sa isang collector feedback. Wala pong naiinod pang. So, how about this, sir? How about the collector interface? One, parte naman natin ng kulay. Intro na. So, our VCE, mag-KVL tayo, input. KVL at input. So, saan po yun? Wala yan, ganyan lang ulit. So, through the KDL at input, we have VCC, mamayinusan natin yung ano, yung dumaan na kuryente, 'di ba? Ito yung dadaanan. Hence yung mismo resistor. So, sige, we have IC plus IB minus yung RC niya minus VTE. Nakita natin, masyadong malaki, is equal to 0. Yun. So now we can see here that VCE or the common emitter voltage is equal to VCC minus yung ating IC plus IB times yung ating RC. So now this is the formula for our collector emitter voltage. Sir, paano po makuha si IC? O, di ito. Sir, paano po si IB? Ito. So, ipa-plug lang natin. Pag na-plug natin, makukuha na natin si common emitter voltage sa isang collector feedback bias. So, we are done with the two biasing, the fixed bias and the collector feedback bias. So, dadalwa na po. Dadalwa na po ang biasing na natitira. So, ano pang ginagawa natin? Let's proceed. Okay. Proceed. Hindi tayo magpakatagal pa para mas madaling matapos. Ano, mas madali kayo makapagpahinga. So now we're going to discuss about the emitter feedback bias. So isang emitter feedback bias class. If an emitter resistor is added to the base bias circuit, the result is emitter feedback bias na nakikita natin sa screen. So almost same siya ng fixed bias pero meron na po siyang resistor sa emitter. Tatandaan na kung kanina lahat, both ay connected sa VCC, walang resistance. Ang emitter sa fixed bias, sa isang collector feedback bias naman po, wala pa rin siyang resistor sa emitter, and then yung ating resistor ng base ay connected sa node na VC. Ngayon naman po, ang ating emitter feedback ay kagaya ng fixed bias, pero may resistor na emitter. That is the emitter feedback bias. So the idea is to help make the base bias more predictable with the negative feedback. Ano po? So, negative feedback, which negates any attempted change in collector current with an opposing change in the base voltage. If the collector current daw tries increase, so meaning, pag tinasa natin yung collector current, tataas din yung emitter voltage. Kung tumaas ko pareho, it causes class na may pagtaas din ating base voltage for the BB. So, ganun po siya. Before we proceed to the derivation, is dahil may tanong, para ma-address natin. Hello? Wait lang, sir. Kami po ay tulog na. Sige lang. Kala ko yun. Ganyan pala kayo eh. Hello? Okay. So, ang tukla daw yung iba. Ang tukla? Masin full. Masin full. 'pag isalalaman niyo yung formula, yung derivation, eh, paano kung ang binigay lang number ay formula lang itself, hindi na dinirise? Eh, di mas mapapatanong kayo paano nangyari yun. Eh, puwede naman kung magaling kayong mag-derive, yun na lang, huwag tuloy yung formula, 'di ba? Yun ba, ano, puwede namang i-derive siya, unless yung memorization. Let's proceed to the derivation of the formula. So now we are going to talk about the emitter feedback. Ano bang meron sa isang emitter feedback? Ito lang. Emitter emitter feed emitter feedback bias. Yan. What is the emitter feedback? So let's draw the configuration for emitter feedback bias. We have again the supply, VCC, and then connected siya sa ating resistor, the collector resistor. Then connected rin po siya sa ating transistor. Then the resistor for our base is connected to our supply. So pwede dito, pwede direct sa ating supply. Then this resistor is the RB, base resistor. So ang ating transistor, meron din siyang resistor, ating then ground. So now this is our emitter feedback bias. Ano po? So let's derive. Let's solve for IB. Gawin naman natin ang kulay. Gawin natin, sige, red muna agad. Mag-KDL tayo class sa input. As always. KDL tayo sa input. KDL tayo sa input. So, ganito ang gana. So, VCC minus yung dinaanan, yung dadaan na current times yung resistor, ano? So, IBRD minus the DBE as always minus yung meron lang dadaang current times yung resistor. Ano? So, IE or na equal saan? Sa 0. Wala pong sunod, sir. Ngayon, kumputin natin yung IE. Paano po kumputin yan? So, we have formula IE is equals to IC plus IB. Pagka natin ang color. We all know that IE is equal to IC plus IB. Di ba? So, what is the formula or the value of our IC? Katulad din kanina. Ano po yun? That is, hello. Hello, class. Magtawag tayo. So, how about you, Toledo, Theory? What is the value for our IC?
Beta IB po.
What is?
Beta IB.
Okay. That ID. That ID plus ID. So, to factor out this one, magkakaroon tayo ng beta plus 1 ID. So, now, this is the value for our RC. So, input na natin sa mismong formula natin. We have VCC minus the IBRB minus DBE minus the value of our IE, which is beta plus 1 IB. Ano po? Times yung mismong resistor natin, R equal to it. So here, we can derive yung ating mismong base current. IB now is equal to VCC minus the BBE over to what? Over RB plus yung ating beta plus 1 R. Beta plus 1 R. So now this is our formula for the base current ng isang emitter feedback. Medyo mahaba lang ng konti yung derivation. Okay lang yan. Okay lang yan. Don't worry. You memorize that or you can derive. Ano? So how about IC? What do you think the value of our IC? IC is beta ID pa din. Lahat po. So yun po ang nais ko sabihin. Sa biasing, lahat po ng ating IC ay equal lang sa beta ID. Tatandaan nyo. Yan. Okay? Okay. Okay? Okay. Okay? Okay. Ay, ano tama yung beta. Tama. Wow. How about VCE? Because collector emitter voltage. O, di naman tayo sa output. Kung paano lang natin ginagawa yung kanina. Hindi lang. Gawin naman ang gawin. Mag-KBL po tayo sa out at out. KBL tayo sa output. So, dire-diretso lang yan. Simple as this one. VCC minus DICRC, dinaanan, minus DVCE, minus yung ating current sa emitter at resistor sa emitter equal to 0. So dyan, makukuha na agad natin ang value ng VCE. VCE is equal to VCC minus the ICRC minus the IER. So now, this is the formula for our VCE. Diba? Nag-isip pa ako talaga ng derivation para mas maunawaan nyo kung paano ba nakuha yung formula. Basta nakuha lang pa. Na-derive sa through the Kirchhoff voltage law. So that is the third bias, which is the emitter with bias. We are done to the third biasing. Ano? Amazing. Ano? Good naman. Yes na yun. So last, ano? Busin natin, last one. We have here the voltage divider model. Dito medyo lima yung ating formula. So dito, pagpakosan nyo because dito nagkakaroon ng the Thevenin resistance and the voltage. Thevenin voltage. So here, class, this is our last biasing. This is what we call the voltage divider bias. The voltage divider bias class, this method is the most well-known of all the options for providing biasing and stabilization. So in this case, class, biasing is provided by two resistors. So nakikita natin sa ating configuration, we have R1 and R2, which are connected sa ating VCC. So stabilization is provided by the emitter's RE resistor. So meaning pala, kapag meron pala tayong resistance sa isang emitter, it provides stabilization. Ano po? So some of the biasing, walang stabilization. Pero yung ating emitter and the voltage divider bias, merong stabilization. So the name voltage divider comes from the voltage divider shaped by the R1 and R2. So yung base emitter junction class is forward biased by the voltage drop across the R2. Under condition of a zero signal, this result in the flow of the collector current as well as the base. So kindly memorize or kindly know the configuration in our voltage divider board. Dahil magagamit natin yan. So let's proceed na ating derivation para mas madali nating matapos. But we can finish this one. Okay, so now is the last bias. That is what we call the voltage. Voltage divided. Voltage divided load is the voltage divided. The voltage divider bias, ito yung configuration niya. Liitin ko lang ha. VCC, may resistor na RC connected sa ating transistor. And then yung R1 ay connected din sa ating VCC. R1, R2, then ground. This one is connected sa ating resistor RE. Ito yung RC. Ito yung ating R1, R2, then connected rin sa ground. So yung ating configuration. Ito lang natin ha. Because, i-rewrite natin to. Ipaparallel na natin yung R1, R2. Simple configuration like this. VCC, so connected sa resistor na RC, so meron tayong NPN na transistor connected sa RE, then ground. Yan naman po mangyayari dun sa ating resistor na R1 and R2, magiging RTH na siya. That is what we call the Thevenin resistance. Ngayon, pinarallel na natin yung R1 and R2. So, dito, magkakaroon ng VTH. Means, the Thevenin voltage. Automatic, ito pa rin naman yung ID. So, nandito pa rin naman ang ating VBE, ang ating VCE, yung ating RC, correct? RE, nandiyan na rin. Ano pa bang kulang? Yung ating IE, matik pababa yun. IC, deep IC, at rin yung arrow. So, yun. Yun lang naman. So, ano po una natin? Ano to do for the value of RTH? Ano bang formula sa isang RTH? Nating so for RTH plus RT or the Thevenin's resistance. So ano po sa Thevenin resistance? Ano bang meaning ng Thevenin's resistance plus? RTH is the equivalent resistance of the network as seen from the base terminal when voltage source VCC is replaced by a short circuit or naka-grounded pa. Ano? It is parallel combination ng two bias yung resistor natin, which is yung R1 at saka yung R2. Meaning RTH is parallel, yung R1 parallel sa naka-parallel yung class, equal lang rin yan. Through your circuit, pag multiply muna natin ang R1 at R2 for the numerator and for our denominator, gagawin naman natin pag-add naman natin. So that is the R. That is the Thevenin's resistance. Ito po yung formula for Thevenin's resistance. How about the voltage? Thevenin voltage, which is the VTH. So Thevenin voltage naman class. VTH is the open circuit voltage, the base terminal. Ano po? Nilatas yung driving voltage that attempts to turn the transistor on. In standard voltage divider case, like this one, it is calculated using the voltage divider formula. Na VTH is equal to VCC, yung value ng VCC class, times yung R over R1 plus R2. So most of the time, the value of R1 and R2 are given. Ano po? So, yan po ang formula ng ating Thevenin's resistance and Thevenin's voltage. Bakit po importante yan? Because magagamit natin yan to derive the formula for our base current. Ano po? So, paano po ang base current? Iba natin ang kulay. Gawin natin orange. Ano po kunin ng ang IB? KBL ulit tayo. Input. Paano yun? O, dito yun. So, ganito yun. Yan. KBL tayo. Gamitin natin. From VTH, the Thevenin's voltage, minus yung dadaan na current times saan? Sa resistor. Ano bang resistor na natin dyan? That is the Thevenin's resistance. Minus our junction voltage, which is the VBE, minus the beta plus 1. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Beta plus 1, liitan ko lang to. Liitan ko lang to. Um, Beta plus 1 times IB RE equal to 0. Yun na po. Yun na po. So, dyan, makukuha na natin, ma-derive na natin yung formula ng base current. IB is equal to our Thevenin's voltage minus BBE over op, over yung ating Thevenin's resistance RTH plus beta plus 1 times RB. So now this is the derivation or the formula of our base current in a voltage divider box. Kuha na natin. Fine. Yan lang natin class, no? So now we're going to solve for the IC. Automatic ang IC, ganun pa rin naman. Ito naman, para maiba. IC equals to beta I. Mhm. Next, paano na po natin kunin si So, to get the common emitter voltage, KBL tayo sa oh, pag nag-KBL tayo sa output class, dito yon ano, mababa lang. So, we have BCC minus yung dadaan na current times yung dinaan ng resistor minus yung ating junction voltage minus yung ating dumaan na current at resistor na dinaanan is equal to 0. Dito makikita na agad natin that BCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC minus IER. So this is the formula for our common emitter voltage. is define nila sa isang voltage divider bias. Nagkakaunawaan po tayo. Are we clear on this? So we are done. We are done. Hello? Tulog na kayo. Tulog na ang iba. O, konti lang yung pumunta. So, ibig sabihin, tulog na yung iba. Oh, madami na naman. Nga naman. So, we are done. So much information. Nakadaming information. Nag-draft natin together. Amazing. We are done with the bipolar junction transistor. Yun na po ang isang bipolar junction transistor. So, can you open your camera for our attendance? Ano, picture tayo? Picture. Go. Man. Right. So, can you take a photo? Ano, test and Kabil. Buksan niyo sa
So, hindi
naman
po ako
naman na to.
nakalaptop.
Tunay ba yan? Kahit isa na lang sa inyo. Or sino man class. Buksan niyo na lang kay rep niyo. Buksan niyo sa akin. Is it okay? Doon naman si Angelo. Waduhin mo lang. Yung post. Oo, naman si Camacho. So, let's take a photo. Bilang kayo, ha? Bilang kayo Karil or Chess. At lahat ay included. So, ita-take photo as your attendance. No? Hello, bilang kayo ha. You will take photo. Yung si Noah ba ang nakapag-take ng photo? Di ba tinagap? Sino ba nag-take ng photo? Sino ba? Uy, sino ba? Sino? Bilang, ala naman, nagbilang lang pala. Kala ko naman nag-take ng photo.
Sir,
Ala
okay
lang.
na po.
Okay na. Yun, okay na pala. Mukha kami nakangunso ha. Namin alam. So, thank you so much for attending this meeting. No? Clap your hands. Ano? Alam mo sa sarili. Because we are done with the bipolar junction transistor. So, nasabi ko na rin po sa O3. So, for both O1 and O2, na since after the midterm examination is only operational amplifier, try natin yung FATI after na ng midterm examination. So, maganda yun sa inyo because kakaunti ang magiging scope, the direct application, and the bipolar junction transistor. Pero let's see, kapag kasi na-adjust ang midterm examination at naging 11th week, so may possibility. So, hindi pa natin alam for sure yun. Ano. Therefore, dire-diretso pa rin yung ating FAT. Pero kapag hindi po, we are done with the BJT na po. And ano po mangyayari next week? Next week will be your laboratory number 2. I will post later or tomorrow your laboratory number 2. That is transistor. So, same materials lang naman, magdadagdag lang kayo ng transistor. Transistor lang naman yung madadagdag doon. So, yun lang po. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you, engineers. Padayon engineers. Bye-bye.
Thank you po, sir.
Bye po. Bye-bye,
po.
sir.
Thank you po.
Bye-bye.